Welcome, and again, a 3-minute time limit.
Chairman Edwards, Vice Chair Brunke, school board members, and Dr. Merrill, good evening. I am Dominic Melito, President of the Virginia Beach Education Association. Before I begin my remarks about the budget, I'd like to thank Mr. Sawyer, Mr. McKenzie, Mr. Reed, Ms. Holtz, Mr. Edwards, and Dr. Davidson for attending the VEA rally to restore public education funding on Saturday. I'd also like to thank Dr. Merrill for not only attending, but giving a rousing speech about the attacks on public education and his support of teachers and school employees. Thank you all very much. I'd also like to thank you for what you're doing tonight, restoring most of the cuts in the superintendent's estimate of needs. You are true leaders for what you are doing, and I commend you. In your budget workshop last week, you worked very hard to make sure that our employees are held financially harmless by removing the 3-day furlough and by making our 2.5% bonus a permanent part of our salary. You're also saving over 200 teaching positions by not shifting to the 4x4 and not raising class sizes. I'd like you to keep with that theme of hold harmless by not shifting 12-month employees to 11-month status. For many of these positions, it's between a 15 and 20% cut in pay. At the very least, please simply grandfather in those with the 12-month positions and let future hires work on an 11-month contract. I strongly believe that the devastating cuts in pay and potential loss of people in these positions is more than enough reason not to make the switch. However, for the past 2 years, the administration has made the argument that they are having difficulty recruiting and retaining high-quality assistant principals, and yet this would cut their salary tremendously. You may be wondering why I mention assistant principals. Well, some of your assistant principals happen to be VBEA members. How about guidance directors? They will end up making less per hour than most teachers, with an almost 20% reduction in pay. How about data support specialists, particularly in our elementary schools? They are an integral part of the advancement of the Compass 2015 and in the analysis of testing data. Do we want to risk a drop in these scores if many of these people leave and their positions are filled by new people? The VBA would also like to see the custodian positions and security assistant positions reinstated as well. If you think that you've got to present a budget with at least some cuts, think about how much you've cut in the last few years, held salaries stagnant, how we have over 200 fewer teaching positions than last year, how we closed the school, adjusted temperatures in buildings, and have done across-the-board cuts. We've done our part. We've made our cuts. Please hold the line. Ask City Council for a budget that at least keeps us on par with this year. It's what's right for our employees, and it's what's right for our students. We've got your back. We'll help fight for it. Thank you.